Welcome to the Decatur Public Library. I'm Mr. John, and it's book talk time. I'm standing here in front of our lighted book Christmas tree, which you can see as well simply driving by the library on Franklin Street through the windows. Now, we all know you can't come into the library right now to browse books in person and pick them out to check out, but you can still check out books. You can request books through our online catalog, and we have lots of lists on our website to help you browse exactly what you're looking for, or you can just give us a call and we'll be glad to gather whatever you want and have it ready for you for curbside pickup. Well, as you're looking for Christmas books this season, I want to tell you about some really special ones. Today's Christmas books are stories for kids that have something to do with the Nativity, with the birth of the baby Jesus. Now, this first book is called Room for a Little One by Martin Waddell. And in this book, Kind Ox is nestled snugly in the stable next to the inn on a cold night. And one by one, other animals come to the stable and are looking for a place to come in and get warm. And he welcomes each one, saying, "There's always room for a little one." And then there arrive at the stable a man and a woman who's about to have a baby on a donkey, and there is room for them in the stable as well. And you know what that story is all about. Room for a little one. And then there's this cute little story, Mortimer's Christmas Manger by Karma Wilson. Mortimer is a mouse who lives in the house, and he's tired of his cramped little hole. And then one night, as he's scurrying about the house, he sees this beautiful tree with lights and decorations, and on a table next to it, there is what looks like a perfect little house for him, with a bed with some straw on it that would be just right. Gathered around it, there's these statues of people and animals, and in the bed a little plastic baby doll, but Mortimer clears them out and settles in on the bed for himself. Well, every night when he comes back to the house, he finds that all the statues have been set back up. Finally, one night, Mortimer hears the story of the birth of the baby Jesus and finds out what that little house is all about, and figures out who really belongs in that little bed of straw. And he puts everything back and finds a better place for him in the house as well. And then this is the story of Pippen the Christmas Pig by Jean Little. It's Christmas Eve, and all the animals in the barn are very excited because each of them is bragging about what their ancestors did to help at the birth of the baby Jesus. Donkey and the cow and the sheep and the dove. But when Pippin asks what pigs did, well, they tell him pigs had nothing to do with the birth of the baby Jesus. He has nothing to do with Christmas. Mortimer is sad. But before the night is over, Mortimer finds something and someone that needs the help of the animals, and they all learn that everyone has a place at Christmas and the true meaning of the Christmas season. Small Camel Follows the Star by Rachel Brown. Small Camel is getting ready to go on a trip across the desert with his master, a wise and wealthy man. And Small Camel has been entrusted with carrying 3 very special packages. He doesn't know who they're for or what they're for, but I bet you can figure it out when you think about the story of the birth of the baby Jesus. Small Camel Follows the Star. And then this is called The Third Gift by Linda Sue Park. And maybe when you have heard the story of the wise men who came to Jesus and who brought him, the Bible tells us, gold and frankincense and myrrh, maybe you have wondered like I did, well, what is myrrh? Well, in this story, the boy who is the main character in the story, he and his father are collectors of myrrh. And so they go to the trees in the desert and collect this very beautiful, very sweet-smelling sap that comes from the trees. And they sell it for a very great deal of money. And it turns out that there are 3 men who are making a very special journey to take presents to someone very special. And they purchase the myrrh that this boy and his father have gathered. And the story also concludes with a little section where it tells you about the story of the three wise men and what myrrh was used for back in Bible times and how that helps us better understand the story of the birth of Jesus. And the last book I want to talk about is not a picture book, but a very short chapter book called On Angel Wings by Michael Mortimers. And in this book, the angels have appeared to the shepherds and told them to hurry to Bethlehem to see the baby Jesus, but the youngest shepherd is told he can't go. Someone has to stay with the sheep. He's very sad about that, until someone very special comes along and, well, gives him an opportunity to join in the celebration as well. You'll have to read the story to find out what happens on Angel's Wings. All of these books and many more at the Decatur Public Library you can find through the links on our website. Just go to decaturlibrary.org, click on Kids, and you'll see a place where it says Book Lists and all of our Christmas books and movies and CDs of music you can find there that are especially for kids. And we'll see you at the next Book Talk time. Have a Merry Christmas.